Good morning, everyone. It's Eddie J on crypto. Hope you're having a great day. There is a lot going on. Janet Yellen is saying that Congress really needs to come up with regulation for stablecoins, given everything that's going on with Terra's Luna. Yeah, Terra's Luna, and the reason why it's dropping is because of UST decoupling from the dollar, because it is algorithmic versus being backed by assets. We'll get into that. The U.S. SEC chairman, Gary Gensler, says that crypto exchanges, don't necessarily, don't necessarily have the transparency that is expected. The truth is that there are custodial wallets and there are non-custodial wallets. I created a video a few weeks ago talking about the differences in wallets. The bottom line is not your keys, not your coin. If Coinbase, for example, was to go belly up, go bankrupt, the creditors would have access to their digital assets before the people whose digital assets were earmarked, right? Because it's custodial. Meaning that those coins really belong to Coinbase. They're their assets. And they're just saying that, this number of coin is earmarked for you, but it's not really yours. You have access to it to a certain extent. Hence why I did the video on coins. In a press release, Talos, which is a blockchain service provider, they provide services for digital trading to institutions. And they just got a valuation of $1.25 billion with a $150 million Series B raise. That's actually a big deal when you think about it, because that says that you have a bunch of institutions really interested in moving into the crypto space. And we can get into that. Just looking at my notes, sorry. I don't have everything memorized all the time. And Coinbase's dream, just to get back to that, they're not even close to being bankrupt, right? The market took a hit, that was it. So the market took a hit, so they took a hit. That's what happens. They're nowhere near. They have global expansion ideas. They want to be the Amazon of the crypto space. And we'll get into that as well. Now, something that makes me happy is Q1, first quarter 2022, AMC reported that 35% of their online sales were all done in digital assets. Now, my company, Rebel Reach, our hosting platform, is integrating a native implementation of cryptocurrency. So everybody on our platform will be able to accept digital payments as currency. And the way we're doing it is so that they can save money and have a dependable and predictable cost every single month. So we'll get into that as we get closer to that official announcement. But that says a lot about digital assets and how people want to actually use digital assets, at least in the United States, right? Other countries are already there. Portugal, you can buy homes with digital assets. It's a normal occurrence. It's not a surprise anymore that somebody would pay with digital assets versus fiat. So we can get into that. Told you, Stitch wants to play. And last but not least, something that's near and dear to my heart, Napster. Napster was purchased by HiveMind Capital and their partner Algorand, obviously the network of choice for relaunching Napster or some kind of version of Napster on using Web3 technology. Now take a step back. Spotify is interested in this. LimeWire is interested in this. So it's not amazing that HiveMind Capital and Algorand are already there. So it's going to be interesting to watch that move forward. right? So those are the quick updates that we have. Let's dig into a couple of these topics. UST, Terra's UST coin decoupling from the dollar has sent shockwaves through the stablecoin space. It's an algorithmic stablecoin, meaning that it's not really backed by assets. It's, it's pegged to the dollar by an algorithm. Well, the algorithm messed up. It happens. But when you look at everything that's going on, it happens. It just so happens that, you know what, there's a reason why there really should be regulation around stablecoins. Should they be asset backed? Like, just what does it mean to have a stable coin? They're just as risky as any other coin, in my opinion. I do not use stable coins other than to transfer money in to purchase something that I want to purchase, because that's the pair, right? Whatever coin with whatever coin, and you can, buy and sell, flip between those two coins. I do not hold funds in stable coins. If I want to hold something that's equivalent to $1, I hold a doggone dollar, right? I have a very, wide array of investments. And so I want to have cash to be able to execute on certain investments. That doesn't mean that I don't believe in crypto. I have a very strong belief in crypto, and I will be in crypto for the foreseeable future. Like, I can't see a future where I'm not involved in crypto. That said, cash is still king. Most transactions are still, in the United States at least, are still going to happen with fiat. And really, that's in a lot of places around the world. Things are, major things are still going to happen with fiat. So I need fiat. I need the dollar to be able to do some of these transactions. Other transactions where I can use crypto assets, I do use crypto assets. But do your own research and do what's best for you. But know that you have to do your own research so that you can understand what a stable coin is and what its purpose is, how it's backed, how it's created. Algorithmic stablecoin, asset-backed stablecoin. Understand what this means. Asset-backed is a term that's used for a lot of assets and not just crypto. So understand what that means. Anyway, looking at, stable coins, they're also vulnerable to runs during a high stress environment. Last I checked, we are in a high stress environment where I am buying the cryptos that I'm interested in because I'm interested in those projects, because I believe those projects are going to move forward. Like, I purchased Algorand the other day. And I did not know that Algorand was going to come out with this press release. I just like the project. I like where it's going. I like what the network does. I like the future of what I think the network can bring to the table. And there you go. So it's something to think about as you're doing your research. Something else to add in your research is, what's the retail investor doing, meaning people? And what are institutional investors doing, meaning businesses, right? Well, Talos is a company that does blockchain services geared toward institutional investors, specifically digital asset trading. And they just got $150 million in cash infusion in a Series B. What they want to do with this money is expand to APAC and EMEA. So Asia and, Middle East, basically. That's a very big deal as you think about how institutions are getting deeper and deeper into the crypto space. So with all this fear and FUD going on, look at who's getting into the space and look at how they're getting into the space. Institutional investors are getting into crypto in every way you can think of. Company investments, project investments, service provider investments, direct investments. There's not a sector that institutional investors don't actually show up. They're showing up everywhere. And that means that you're looking at billions and billions of dollars being invested into cryptocurrencies and Web3 technologies. Do your own research. Again, do your own research. It doesn't take a lot. Just do it. Get an understanding of what's going on out there. Now, AMC saying, releasing that 35% of their sales came from crypto, or online sales came from crypto. Wow. This is why Rebel Reach is having a native implementation of crypto into the platform. Any e-commerce business on our hosting platform will be able to accept fiat, via credit cards, PayPal, and they'll be able to accept payment via digital assets. We'll be announcing the coins that we're starting with, and then a list of coins that we will be implementing over the course of time. We already know this list. We're in deep testing right now, end-to-end testing right now, and that will be there. Along with those services are going to be services that help your website market itself automatically. What we want to do is build a platform, or what we have done is built a platform that helps small and medium-sized businesses and even big businesses to actually work smarter and pay less for those services. Your website should be marketing for you, not just be a piece off to the side of your overall marketing strategy. It should be a much larger piece of your marketing strategy. So if you can do more with your platform, all the better. And for a regular price that is dependable every month, instead of some company taking a percentage of your money and having that monthly cost fluctuate based on your sales. Nope, flat price. That's what we're looking for. Tiered and flat pricing. Napster. I am so looking forward to what HiveMind Capital and Algorand do with Napster. It's a very big deal to me, because the idea of having music via Web3 is huge. The usefulness of Web3 technologies for the music industry is nuts. It's absolutely nuts. And for those independent artists that are out there, it will increase the reach. That's what I see in the technologies that are coming. Anyway, the market is opened up really low. We're still taking hits, and it's something to pay attention to as you're doing your research. So real quick, let's hit the numbers and let's see what's going on. As you can see, we went from 155, I believe, yesterday, down to 139 billion in total value locked. People are pulling money out of DeFi. Is the end near? Don't know. But remember, you're down from over 200 billion down to 139 billion in 4 days or less. That's a huge, huge, huge drop. Huge drop. Okay. The fear and greed index, I just want to make sure that I refresh the screen. I always like to be, on point with this. We're up to 12. The day before yesterday, we were at 11, went down to 10. Now we're at 12. Doesn't matter to me. We're still in deep fear. To me, whenever I see deep fear, I think of it as more opportunity for me to get in, because I've had cash on the side ready for a dip. So I've been using dollar cost averaging to get in. And then hopefully I'll be able to keep getting in as I think things are going to keep falling for a little bit more. And then when things turn around, I should be in a better position all the way around. Looking at Bitcoin trading at 31.5. Remember, it took a huge dive just a little while ago down to about here, right? So if I can zoom in a little bit. All right. Look at that. You came all the way down to 29,000, almost breaking that $29,000 mark. Okay, that's a big deal. That's a very big deal. But again, to me, that is a buying opportunity, because everything's on sale. And again, I'm expecting projects that are flimsy to show themselves as being useless. And if you see a project that's useless, you might be able to cut those losses, use that on your taxes for next year, and do more research and get into projects that are actually useful. Again, I believe in having utility. If a project doesn't have real utility, I'm not in. I'm not in. It's like what I was saying the other day. I like the idea of NFTs. What I don't like are the mainstream uses right now of NFTs. I've identified that, being music leveraging Web3 technologies, there are fractionalized real estate pieces that are leveraging NFTs. So there are good uses to me in that space for that technology, really good uses. Digital art? I don't mean to, downplay it, but it's just not for me. Might be for other people, but it's just not for me. I didn't see it as a good investment for myself. If I'm going to invest in art, it's going to be something, for me, it's going to be something tangible, right? That's all I'm looking at is I would like something tangible. I think there are better uses for NFTs. Not saying that it's a terrible use, and sooner or later it'll even out and it'll be a good use. But for me, I like tangible artwork. Looking at cryptocurrencies in a big way, you're looking at ETH being down when you were just in the 2200s. You're at 2300. You're really, really low right now. Again, everything's on sale in my eyes. So I would, I'm DCAing. I've created a strategy for each of the coins that I like. I've created a prioritization for the coins that I like, and I've created a budget for the coins that I like, so I can DCA going in. I'm not just taking huge chunks and buying things. I'm buying a little bit, a little bit, a little bit, a little bit, right? So that you can dollar cost average on the way down, so that when it starts to go back up, you can start to see how you're making that money. That's what I'm looking at. So when I see these things, I'm sitting back and I'm saying, now is an opportunity. Don't listen to the FUD. Don't listen to the FUD. Do your own research. If you do your own research, you can tell. The crypto space isn't going away. It's not going away anywhere. Coinbase is big around the globe. Around the globe, I think it's only second to Binance. Those companies aren't going anywhere, but there are risks involved. So there's an article out by Fortune today. I think it's pure FUD. I think it's pure spin on information that's already out there, already known. Anyway, this is Eddie J on crypto. I hope my information to you was useful. If you find it useful, do me a favor, hit the like button, definitely subscribe to the channel, and absolutely hit that bell so that you know when I'm dropping a new video. Hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.